Good morning. Welcome back to the second lesson in the Dallas Examiner Summer Reading Series. Last week we reviewed these sounds. Can you pan up to those, please? This was s, and e. Back over to me. Also, we talked about blending. And as a review, blending is the operation where you put sounds together to make words. Me, heat, bat, cat. You had, those of you that did the lessons, in lesson 6, you had a blending exercise. This week you will have more blending exercises. We're going to cover 3 new sounds. But before I start on this week's lesson, I want to talk a little bit about those who had experiences with their kids last week. I had a question about do we do the writing exercise? There is a writing exercise in the book. I do not do the writing exercise in this book because it teaches making the characters differently than is done in DISD, and I don't want to confuse the kids. However, particularly if you've got little bitty ones, learning to hold a pencil or a crayon or a writing implement is very important. And there are some exercises that you can have them do that will prepare them for writing without actually teaching them the letters. The very simplest exercise that I do with kids is I get them to draw a circle. And I get a piece of lined paper, and I have them draw circles. Draw circles all the way across the page. And try and stay within the lines. And they'll do that for 3 or 4 minutes until they get bored and want to do something else. Each day, have them draw those circles. Now, when they first draw the circles, some kids, the concept of circle just escapes them, and they'll just squiggle all over the place. You can draw a circle and they can trace the circle. That works. But have them practice one right after the other. The second exercise that I do is I have them draw a vertical line, like the number 1. Just have a vertical line. It starts on one line and ends on the next. And for these exercises, I use the blue lined paper. You can either use notebook paper or you can use the paper in these binders, but draw the one from one line to the next. Now, with those 2 exercises, they will develop the hand-eye coordination and the finger. Johnny, something just happened. We just lost our video. We're changing cameras. Once again, drawing those little circles between the blue lines. And then drawing a vertical line. Just draw as many of them as they can. Practice that every day. Those 2 exercises will prepare them for learning to write. You'll notice it's not too much different to take the little circle and the vertical line. You can make the letter D. You can make the lowercase letter B. You can make lowercase p. So those are the basic fundamental writing elements. Now, back to the reading. And I've got my man Anthony here, and we got Big Anthony and Little Anthony. Those of you who watched this on the internet got to see Anthony working with Paul last week. We're going to find out how Anthony did during the week. And I don't know if you'll be able to hear what he says, so I'll repeat his answers so that you at home can see it. Anthony, how did your lessons with Little Anthony work? First question is, what time did you find worked best for you and Anthony? What time of day?
Well, it's usually done around 4 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock.
So 4 or 5 o'clock, after you finished work and before dinner?
Well, I stay at home, so.
Okay, but before dinner.
Yes.
Okay. And I see him wiggling there a little bit. How did the first day go? How long was he able to sit on your lap the first day?
Well, just not long, probably about 15, 30 seconds.
15 or 30 seconds, okay? You want what? Okay, just a minute. Why don't you go on? So you got about 30 seconds. That's good. Did you actually get the book open in the first 30 seconds?
Yes, he did. He did pretty good.
Okay. 30 seconds is fine the first day. Now, he is, how old is he?
3.
He is 3. Okay, he's 3.5. Okay, that's pretty young. Now, tell me about the second day. What did we do the second day?
Well, I was impressed because he was getting the sounds good.
So he actually sat still the second day. Did he go longer the second day?
Maybe about 25 seconds. He did.
Okay.
He did,
All right.
He did pretty good. I had to give him that.
Okay. All right. And when you told him it was time to read, has he gotten to the point where he understands that's what we're going to do at 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Does that work?
Well, when I tell him it's time to read,
He understands.
Wrong. Yeah,
he understands. Okay. So you got onto the third and the fourth day. Were you able to get up to a minute or so of him sitting still? How long were you able to get?
I didn't count it, but he did pretty good. I think maybe a minute or.
Okay. All right.
He did good.
What I may do today is before we go into the new sounds that you all will cover during the week, I'll work with him just for a little part. You said he was on lesson 4.
Yes.
He's got the lesson 4. I'll work with him a little on lesson 4, and we'll see how he does, and maybe get some ideas. All right. I'll send Anthony over here, and all right, you're up here. Oh boy. Oh, you're light. Man, you're light. You hardly weigh anything. All right, lesson 4. And you put him on your knee, or you put him in a chair?
I put him in a chair.
Oh, you put him in a chair. Okay. Well, I found putting him on the knee works, particularly when they're. Can we set this right here? Put this right there, because I can keep a hold of them, and sometimes you kind of need to pat them on the head and so forth to get their attention. If they're sitting in the chair when they're young, it's easier for them to wander off, I've found. All right, so we're on lesson 4. Tell you what, we're going to review lesson 4 and see if he remembers. You did this. Do you remember doing this with your dad? Did you do this with your dad? Yeah. Well, let's see if you remember any of these sounds. And right, do you remember this? You're going to say all of these sounds. Get ready. Oh, he's already looking. Get ready. What's that sound? That's right. You say it again. Ready. Can you say Good. Good. Let's do it again. Get ready. Good. This time I want it louder. Can you go loud? A little bit louder. Here we go. Ready. Good. All right. One more time. Good. All right. Watch my finger. Ready. Good. Great. The important thing is repetition. You do it again and again and again and again. Now he's already up to a minute right now. We're going to see if we can get to the next word. Would you keep Paul over there so we have a little less distraction? Okay, we get Paul in a minute. All right, we're going to see if we can do this one. Get ready. Do you remember this? Get ready. This is ah. Can you say ah? Good. Get ready. Ah. Again, get ready. Ah. Can you say ah? Ah. Open that mouth. Ah. Good. Sometimes, if they're mispronounced, sometimes I'll actually open the mouth up a little bit, and in some of the fricatives, the st and so forth, I'll actually get in there and mess with their tongue if they don't have the tongue right. And when they're little, sometimes it's hard to get the sounds coming out right. We're going to try this ah one more time. Okay, ready? We're going to say ah. Can you say ah? Ah. Got to keep the fingers on that. Can you say ah? Good. little bit louder. Good. He's saying We'll have to work on that a little bit. Let's try the ready. Good. He likes that one just like Paul does. All right, we'll do it again. Ready. Okay, now I want as loud as you can go. Ready. Loud. Ready. Okay, that's probably about what he's capable of doing right now. He is right at the level of just being able to do this. But I continue to work with him. Let's try. Actually, we're going to let you go back to your dad, and I'm going to take up the new sounds, and we'll go back to Paul. Okay, would you go back to your dad? You did great. You did great. And Paul, you're going to go in a minute. Not yet. Not yet. In just a minute, Paul. All right. So review the sounds. Now, I hope you can see these. You can see these. Okay, good. Review the sounds from last week that were in lessons 1 through 6. This is s, ah, e. Very important. This is not ma, not meh. It's This is s, not sa, not sa, not sa. It's s. Now, in lessons 7 through 13, you're going to have these consonants. Not t. R, like in rat, like in ring, like in dog, like in dig. Again, we're going to have t. Remember, it's not t, it's not t, it's t, 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 t. This is run, rat, dog, dig. Now, this week has a whole series of early reading words. Now, you'll notice that some of these words are not spelled correctly, at least in the first 8 or 10 lessons. Don't worry about that. What Engelmann is trying to do is not confuse the child in the pronunciation. In lesson, I believe it's 8, you will see this. This is what it looks like in the book. Put your finger here. It's meat. Meat. Say it fast. Meat. Meat. Very good. Who was that Paul or was that Anthony?
Paul.
That was Paul. He's reading all the way across the room. Meat. Say it fast. Meat. By the, I think it's the 12th lesson, you see it written like this. Now, you go, what's that little A doing in there? That's exactly that. It's a little a. What Engelmann is trying to do is he's trying to get them to be used to seeing the correct spelling of the word, but without confusing them on the pronunciation. The child will go, meat. Meat. Say it fast. Meat. Now, we have the set of words this week. The first 12 words in these lessons will be meat, mat, seat, and in fact, seat, when they teach seat, it's taught the same way as meat. When the child first sees seat, it's written like this. And he pronounces it seat. Seat. Say it fast. Seat. Paul, can you say that? You say it? Seat. Say it for me. Seat. Good. When it's written, I believe in lesson 12, it is written with the little a, so that they're used to seeing it spelled correctly. Seat. Seat. Say it fast. Seat. Now, also, we do the same thing with eat. First time they see it, it looks like this. It's eat. 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 Say it fast. Eat. 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 Say it fast. Eat. Yes, did you have a question?
Yeah, I had a little problem. I had to work a lot on the say it fast.
Oh, yes, and particularly his age. Well, you saw Paul last week. The saying it fast is something that is a precursor to blending. And Anthony looks like he is just beginning to speak.
Yeah.
I strongly encourage parents and grandparents to get their children to speak and speak in complete sentences, develop those vocabularies. When they first start talking, they will say words and they won't say them completely, or they'll slur them and so forth. I try to get them to say words completely and correctly. We were working with Paul during the week on, or John, you remember what the word was that we were working with him on? It was summer or something like that. We were trying to get him to say the complete word, and it's something that comes with practice. Do you remember the word?
Yeah. No, I remember the time.
Okay. Anthony he's 3.5, so he's right at that early age. He's not going to be doing, those of you that have 3-year-olds and even 3.5-year-olds, those kids will not be doing a lesson a day. I'll just tell you right now. But they can be starting on knowing these sounds. After a week, or it may even take as much as 2 weeks, he may be able to blend and may be able to say it fast. And if not, you can keep working until he or she is able to do it, or you can wait 6 months and come back and try again. It just depends on if they like sitting on your knee and doing reading. And some kids do. Some kids, they just live for that. When it's reading time, they just jump up and they come and run and hop in your lap, and that's great. And you have a kid like that, even if they're, it's taking a while for them to get it, do it anyway just because they like it. But if they don't like it and they wiggle and so forth, wait 6 months and come back and try again. I continue to work with Anthony. I know you have an older one. I suggest you do the older one first, but if Anthony's wanting to do it, go ahead and do it. All right. Now, at the, I believe it's lesson 13, you will actually have your first sentence. And in this time frame, the child actually discovers that they're reading. See me eat. See me eat. Say it fast. See me eat. That's the first sentence that your child will read. Now, I encourage you to make sure that you go through it slowly. Make sure that they understand that first, rather than getting them to memorize see, me, eat. That's not reading. See, me, eat. Make sure that they understand the relationship between these characters and the sounds that they make. Right now we're going to work with, I'm going to do a lesson with Paul, and then we'll bring Anthony up and he'll practice with little Anthony. Let's try this. We'll do this lesson with Paul, and see if Paul can do a little more blending for us today. All right, here, come on, Paul. Oh boy. Paul's up for anything. Paul's going to be a baseball player. Now, let's see what you remember from last week. Did we do this? Do you remember what that is? Tell me, say that sound. Ready? I don't think we did that one. I don't remember that one. I think we did this one. All right, you're going to say all these sounds. Get ready. Good. All right. They remembers. And as I said, it may take 2 or 3 lessons before they remember their first sounds. All right, do it again. Ready? Good. All right, a little bit louder. Ready? Good. All right. Now, do you remember this one? Get ready. All right, say it again. Get ready. Good. Again. Get ready. Good. One more time. All right. Get ready. That's his favorite. Get ready. Good. Get ready. Your turn to say the words slowly. Say at. Good. One more time. At. At. Good. Say eat. Good. Eat. Say meat. Good. One more time. Meat. Say mat. Good. Say this. Good. One more time. This. Say run. Just like me. Run. Good. Say, what is this word? Not. One more time. Not. Say fat. Say that. Say we. Say we. Good. Now, I just noticed that he did one sound that a lot of kids and your kid may have trouble with, and that's like in that, the, this, and so forth. I don't know if he learned that at home or where he learned that, but it's very hard for some kids. Ooh, WH is another one that's very hard, but he uses a lot. This, that, the, and so forth. All right, let's see here. I'm looking for some blending for him to work on. All right, we're going to say the sounds. I'm going to say the sounds on the arrow. Sa. Okay, this time I'm going to say the sounds. You touch under each sound as I say it. So get your finger, and you're going to touch under each sound as I say it. Sa. Good. Again. Start right there. And what he's doing going to draw this on the board so you can see what he's doing. He's moving his finger from here to there. We're building his understanding of the relationship between the letter and the sound. Sa. And you'll be doing the same thing when you're practicing it with your child. All right, again, put your finger right here. This time I'm going to say the sounds. You touch under each sound as I say it. Put your finger on the first ball. Get ready. Sa. Good. Again, finger on the ball. Finger on the first ball. Get ready. Sa. Good. One more time. Finger on the first ball. Sa. Good. All right. He understands that, and your child will too. That's writing. Let's find a blending exercise so that you can see an example. Let's stop the tape for just a minute, please. We were just talking about the advantage of teaching two brothers, or two sisters, or brother and sister. When you have an older child and a younger child, and you start with the older child first, very often the younger child will want to come and watch. They will want to see what you're doing. And when it's their turn to learn, they're going to want to do what that older child did. So you can use that to your advantage, as long as the age difference is not too great. 1 or 2 years usually works pretty well. All right, we're going to do a say it fast exercise, because this is something Paul has had trouble with in the past, and we're going to try it. Paul, let's say play it fast. My turn, and you just listen. Lawn mower. Now, say it fast. Lawnmower. Good. Your turn. Wait until I tell you to say it fast. Lawn mower. Say it fast. I want you to say it fast. Lawn mower. Lawn mower. Okay. You want them to practice their enunciation. This is something Paul needs to work on, and most kids do. If they enunciate, they're more likely to hear the individual letter sounds. All right, again, wait till I tell you to say it fast. Lawn mower. Say it fast. Paul still doesn't understand the concept of fast, but we're going to continue to work on some. I'm screeching around a little bit. It's starting to hurt my leg. All right, new word. Sidewalk. Say it fast. Sidewalk. 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 Over here, Paul. Sidewalk. Good. Again. Good. Again. Sidewalk. Good. All right. New word. Listen. If. Say it fast. If. Say it fast. Good. Again. Say it fast. New word. Listen. Me. Say it fast. Me. All right. Say it fast. No, say it fast. Me. Good. I will say it slow. You will say it fast. New word. Listen. Am. Say it fast. I want to say it fast. Am. One more time. Say it fast. Say it fast. Am. All right, we just about lost Paul. Paul is going to need to work on saying it fast, and many of your children will have the same challenge. And what I will do is I will take a lesson and I'll go back and I'll repeat the lesson. If your child doesn't do one lesson every day, don't worry about it. It's more important that they get the skills correct rather than try to do a lesson every day. Particularly if they're 3 years old or even 4 years old. Paul is 4 years old. All right, we're going to have Anthony come up with little Anthony and do the last lesson that you've worked on. Last lesson that you've worked on, and we're gonna watch. All right, would you stop the tape while he comes up, please? Okay, you're on.
Okay. Here's a new sound. I'm going to touch on the sound and say the sound. Ah. Say ah.
Okay. Let's get the hands out of the mouth. There we go. Good.
Your turn to say the sound when I touch under it. Say.
Good.
That's good. That's good. Let's do it again. Let's try it again. Put your hand there. Let's try it again. Look at it. Pay attention. Let's try it again. Go ahead. That's good. You're going to say all these sounds. Ready? No. Pay attention. Look at it. Yes, that's right.
Good. Good.
Let's try this one. No, that's not right. It's ah. Get ready. Let's try it again. That's good. Let's try this one.
Good.
That's right.
All right, you got about a minute and a half out of him. That's excellent. That's excellent. That's probably all he's able to do today. You might, if you want a couple minutes, you go back, and I would just do the same thing again after you leave here. You can do that. He's actually making the connection between the writing and the sound, and you're getting his attention. You're certainly in excess of 30 seconds, and that's what you want to do. And each day it gets a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And he's thoroughly enjoying himself, I can see. Are you enjoying yourself? You like sitting in Daddy's lap? Yeah. I used to like sitting in my daddy's lap. That's very important. Okay. All right. I think that's enough for him today. All right. Anthony is very quickly learning the relationship between the letters as they're drawn and their sounds. And his attention span is also increasing, and the rest of you will find that the same thing happens with your kids. The older kids will start with longer attention span, but the little ones, you take in that 15 seconds, you're trying to stretch it to a minute. If you can get up to a minute, and they're 3 or 4 years old, you're doing great. To review, this week we're going to have in lessons 7 through 13, you've got the introduction of 3 new sounds. I will put them here. That's r, like in rat, like in read, like in run, and like in dog. That's not d, it's not duh, it's not de, it's like in dog. Now, when we had the camera off for a while, one of the things that I did with Anthony is I worked with his enunciation on ah. And you may need to do the same thing with your child. Is if he or she has a particular problem with pronouncing a particular sound, you can just, without the book, get them to practice that sound. If it's if they try to say sh or something else, practice and ask them to do it again, and again, and again, and again, just like shooting the sprinkles we talked about. So when they go back to the book and they see ah, they'll say ah. Also, remember this week you'll have the words that some of them appear to be spelled incorrectly, like meat. The first time that you see it, which I believe is in lesson 7, it will be meat. The next time you see it, which I believe is in lesson 12, it'll have a little bitty ah, which is silent. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get the student to see what the real spelling will be like without confusing them on the pronunciation. This week also at lesson 13 you'll have your first sentence. See me eat. Well, he can come up here. He's not bothering me too much. See me eat. Once again, when you get to that lesson, make sure that your child is doing see me eat. Actually, it's not going to be spelled like that. The way you'll spell it is it will have that little A. So see me eat. Say it fast. See me eat. And as with the pronunciation of particular words, you may need to work with your child on the say it fast. You may take one of those lessons and just go back over it 3 or 4 times. That's one of the things that we'll do with Paul, is we'll go back over that say it fast. Lawnmower, lawnmower, sister, sister. All right, with that said, wish you all the best of luck. I like hearing from you. I like hearing the success stories, and we will see you next week.